If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. In this video, I am going to be making an assumption, which is I believe that National Forest BLMs are going to start charging to be able to disperse camp or use their campgrounds in the near future. And the reason I believe this is I actually made a video about that, and I'll put a link to that video right here. To get into the video, the other day someone told me he only spends about $400 a month on his lifestyle, which I found interesting because what he said was he spends $300 on a paid campground per month, so that's $10 a day, plus $100 in electric. And I got to thinking, a lot of people believe that when they come out here, they're going to save a bunch of money living this lifestyle over rent. Now, I have said many times that when we left our house, our rented property, 8 acres, it was $300 a month. I know that that is really a stretch of the imagination, but it is true. And you can find these kind of properties all through the middle of the country. You know, there's some guy who doesn't want to part with a piece of property that he loves, so he rents it out just to have somebody there. So in case something leaks or, keep the robbers away or, vandals, whatever. But that said, let's just assume that you don't believe me, that you can't find those kind of properties. Now, the number that is always thrown out is, well, my rent's $1,000 a month. Okay, $1,000 a month. So you're going to come out here and live less than $1,000 a month in your rental cost. So I was going to break this down a little bit. Well, so I've taken different numbers that I've seen throughout the country, and I'm going to average these costs together. So, for example, campground right down here at the road is $40 or $1,200 a month. Now, they also charge for electric. So I'm going to go with this cost of $100 a month that this guy told me about. So I'm just going to add that in. So that's $1,300 a month to park at this RV park down the road here. Now, that's the most expensive one there is on my list, but it's part of the average. Now, State Park's pretty nice. You can go there. They got electric, and at least the ones I've been to got electric and sewage, water. Florida's state parks now cost $27 a day to stay at. Well, if you take that times 30, that's $817 per month. So it's cheaper than the RV park. Still, the cost is quite high, especially if you start looking at rent costs, $1,000 versus $817. You've only saved $200. Well, there's other costs involved that I'm going to get to in a little bit. Now, in the state of Missouri, state parks cost $15 a day. So, again, that's $450 a month. Now, I'm going back to this video that I talked about earlier where I think National Forest and BLMs are going to start charging. Now, from what I've seen, the proposal rates are $10. There's $300. Now, if I average all these costs together, that's an average cost of $716 per month. So roughly $300 less than this $1,000 rent that everybody throws out. So yes, okay, right now you are saving money even if you have to pay for every night that you're out here. Now, I recognize that I am 100% dispersed camping. I don't do any camping in paid campsites. Now, all that's going to change, I think, in the future where I'm going to have to start paying $10 a night to disperse camp. A lot of people are going to argue that they're going to try to follow in my footsteps. And that's fine. I understand. This, again, is just kind of an average because just the other day I watched a video by one of the largest nomadic YouTube channels, and he was interviewing this guy. The largest YouTuber said he is one of the best boondockers out there. Boondocking means dispersed camping. Well, even this best boondocker still goes to paid campsites for several days to, fill up his water tanks, get free electric, charge his batteries, dump his tanks, those kind of things. So he is even paying, the best boondocker out there is even paying to live the nomadic lifestyle. Now that we have the average cost of campgrounds per month, now we have to start talking about other things that you're going to have to consider in this lifestyle. Car replacement. Eventually, you're going to have to replace your car, your vehicle. That is part of the lifestyle. You have to have a car in order to live in a car. A lot of people are going to say, wait, I have a car right now, even though I live in a house, so you can't add that cost into it. That's fine. But my guess is that you could buy a relatively cheap car living in your house, just go back and forth to work. On the other hand, in order to live out here, you're going to need a better vehicle. Whether you're towing something or you're going to live in a van, whatever it is. So let's say your cost for this cheap car is $200 a month, and you're going to have to buy a car that's going to be, $500 a month. So what I did was I took my vehicle replacement cost. My truck is a 4-cylinder Chevy Colorado, and when I was paying payments on it, the payments were $350. So let's go with $350 for car replacement, which is exactly what I put back every month. Even though my truck's paid for, I put that money back every month so that when I had to replace my vehicle, camper replacement. Campers are not designed to live in, so they're going to wear out relatively fast, and over time you're going to have to replace it. Now, I've watched YouTuber after YouTuber after YouTuber, after just a couple years, replace their campers. I've seen 5 different YouTubers replace their campers just in a couple years. Again, I went with a very relatively inexpensive cost of $350 a month to replace, that you have to save back or go into debt for, whatever the case is. So car replacement plus camper replacement is $700 a month. Now, if I take the rental cost of the RV parks and the National Forest and all these things that you're going to have to pay to rent so you can stay there, and the replacement cost of your car and your camper, we're looking at $1,400 a month, which is $400 more than the rent that you were paying for your apartment. Even if you decide, look, the car replacement is not a cost that you can consider. If I take off the car replacement, the $350 to replace the car, that still brings me down to my monthly cost down to $1,066 per month. Now, here's the thing, is if you're going to go out, life gets more difficult than it is in an apartment. Yet your rent is basically still the same out here as it is in the apartment. Thanks for watching. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.